in the wall, but the funny thing is that it might just be the light bulb loose in its socket. Always start with simple stuff. I probably should lead by example. So often I see something doesn't work and I tear it apart and check everything just to find out that the power button was off. I put my hand in front of a magnetron while it's running because I'm a stupid guy. Obviously, you know what a magnetron is? It is that device that radiates the microwave energy into a microwave oven to cook food. Am I getting cancer from this? Well, you know, those microwave energies cook food from the inside. So you won't get cancer, but now you can eat your hand, I guess. Stop putting your hand in front of a magnetron. I made a 50 nanofarad capacitor because of Electroboom's video. Lies, it says 50 microfarad. And how did you even measure the 20 ohm ESR? For those of you who don't know, ESR is, what was it again? Erythrocyte sedimentation rate? Resistance. Equivalent series resistance. Because every capacitor also has a parasitic series resistor in it called ESR that can limit the current through it. And it's typically very small, 20 ohms? What did you make your capacitor with? Charcoal? I'm joking, I like it. Good job making a capacitor. Rafa. Hitting a live cable with a hammer. Why? 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 Nobody should be working on any live wire until somebody opens the breaker and there is no power. And nobody should be cutting live wires with an axe, especially these seemingly contract workers paid by the government. Wasting my tax money there. Can someone explain? Funny. It seems like these kind of videos became popular all of a sudden. Of course, if you thought these rocks were generating power, were you living under them? There's just some rocks conductive to some extent and they are connected to live and neutral and the guy is just shorting them. People always get a kick out of shorting stuff. Not me though, I enjoy it. Am I missing something from learning electrical engineering for 4 years? Or it's some anime? Well, I heard that you have to watch out for static electricity. She's working on a computer or something. So I thought it would probably be safest if I took off my clothes. Well, it is true. That's why in all the computer manufacturing factories, everyone works naked. I'm joking. Don't peek into the factories thinking you'll see something interesting. If it is electrostatic sensitive environment, people just ground themselves with straps like this. Of course, I don't want to discourage naked workmanship, but it's probably more dangerous to yourself. You can get burned and scratched and stuff. I forgot to record an end for this video, so bye! Hi, today we are going to do some exciting experiments thanks to your submissions. And if I have to listen to anything, I'm going to shove my sponsor Raycon into my ears. They are tiny and discreet, so much battery life. What? I can't hear you because they seal to my ears so well and the sound is oomph! Get up to 20% off of Raycon earbuds from my link buyraycon.com/electroboom. Alright, let's do it. Oh wait, roll the intro. Just watch it on double the speed. If you have questions with quality, we'll see on our subreddit, no matter your education, I think I'll make a change in the next episode of Ayo, Mehdi moving mad. Well, yes, I do watch KSI videos and comment on them. I deserve happiness and entertainment too. Allow it, man. Allow it. Mehdi, please help me. I got a school project to make an electroscope. Can you please suggest simple and good designs? I obviously can. Right after I figure out what's an electroscope. Oh, these guys, okay. It's the thing that detects high voltage or static electricity by spreading its leaves apart. Well, I mean, what you made seems pretty adequate, but let me see if I can come up with a more creative design. For example, here I folded a thin sheet of aluminum foil, and if I use my magic wand that creates electrostatic and charge my body, you'll see that the sheets will spread apart. Ouch! Needless to say, charging your body will have consequences. So let's just charge those plates there. See, they open up a little bit. Of course, these sheets spread apart because there is the same charge on them that repel each other. But these can't hold charge for long because the charges run away from sharp edges. And that's why they typically put them in glass jars to hold the charge. And that's why one should not put their hand close to high voltage. Never fear. Let's see if I can come up with a new design. So here's my invention, which is an electroscope, which is made of two circles, one copper and one I made from a light aluminum sheet like this. Now let's charge my body carefully and see what happens. I put my feet up and carefully charge my body. Oh, look at that, it's charged. And it's holding its charge. Oh, it went down. If I charge again. Ow! Mother, there's a loose ground wire here. Trying again. There you go. It holds the charge pretty well. If I put my foot down, boop. Let's try to discharge to it directly. There you go. The charges run away very quickly though. Does it work better if I put it in a cup? Let me charge my body first, carefully. Oh. Whoop. Whoop. And I think the distance between the plates is linear with voltage level. Is it? See, the electric force that pushes the plate up is equal to a constant times charge on plate 1 times charge on plate 2 divided by their distance squared. But since the two plates have the same size and shape, I guess we can assume they have the same charges on them. So the electric force is equal to K times Q squared over D squared. And since the top plate is floating in mid-air, it means that the electric force is equal to the force of gravity of that plate. And we can simplify it and we get charge of the plate over distance is equal to a constant. But the system has an overall parasitic capacitance to the environment which we can assume is fixed as long as the environment around it is fixed. But if I, for example, bring my hand close, the capacitance changes. So let's assume the environment is fixed. So the charge over the entire setup I'm showing with the large Q is equal to the capacitance times the voltage on the setup. And I think it's safe to assume that the charge on the plate is a constant fraction of the overall charge. So now we put these three together and we get distance is equal to voltage times this constant, which I call EB for electroboom. So it seems like, based on a bunch of assumptions, the distance between the two plates is proportional to voltage on the system, which is very convenient. We can measure the voltage based on the distance between the plates. I guess it's something that has to be tested and verified. But if that's true, it will be a very good way to measure super high voltages, which are otherwise very hard to measure. Just credit me when it goes to production. And here it is in the glass. And of course, one of the big factors in all those calculations is how much charge is running away from the system. When you stub your toe at 3 a.m., what is that face? Evil Mehdi scares me. Evil Mehdi be like, free energy exists. There is no free energy. If Evil Mehdi and I touch, do we turn into pure energy? Free energy? EE exam be like, credit to Derek Muller from Veritasium. Can anyone answer? What is this question? We have a circuit. The length of the circuit on each side is half a light year. When switch S is closed, bulb B will light up in 1 year, 2 year. Let's try to solve it. Well, see, when you close the switch, the wave of... Oh wait, I just recorded a whole bunch of thoughts around it, but then I realized that Derek of Veritasium just uploaded a video with a ton of theories around it, which is a great video, but I don't agree with his conclusion. So brace yourself, Derek, because here I come. In my next video, which is another friendly disagreement, as usual. Mehdi, check this out. What now?
All right, bro, it's time.
It's a new computer or something? What am I watching? Oh my god! Find what's wrong in this picture. This can't be an outlet, otherwise, the humanity. Is this possible? Nice, of course it is possible. Again, this is the type that interrupts the output arcs at audible frequency and you hear it. So changing that interrupt frequency, you hear different notes. I wonder if anyone designed one of those analog outputs. I do have a ZVS circuit. I wonder if I can easily modify it to create a nice sounding analog audio. Here's the ZVS circuit that can create some decent high voltage arcs. I'm thinking if I can modulate the arc's output power with the audio input, I should be able to make some audible sound. And I should be able to do it by changing the supply voltage to the ZVS circuit. And with this circuit, the voltage supply directly changes with the audio input. Let's give it a try. Now we simply turn it on. Oh, for sakes. Okay, wish me luck. We turn on the power supply. Nothing blown yet. Plug in my phone and play my song. Let's see. Hey, I can hear it. Let's give it more juice with a battery. Hopefully it won't blow up right away. It's playing. The audio signal is not that strong though. Let me put my microphone closer. The audio output is quite clear. The only problem is that the signal coming out of the phone is not that strong, so I guess that's the maximum volume we get. I really thought these transistors would blow up under so much load, but I guess doubling them up paid off. Latitude intro played on a DIY ARC speaker. Let's see. I wonder how he designed his circuit. Rectified this. Oh yeah, I've seen this posted multiple times, as if the guy or gal is generating free energy with those magnets turning the motor. That's not the case, it's just a regular DC motor. See, I take this DC motor apart, and of course DC motors have magnets in them already. If I connect the rotor and the brushes to the power supply and turn it on, it doesn't turn. But if I bring a magnet close, it starts turning. Ouch. So nothing extraordinary to see here. Electroboom cat. Don't let the cat lick the outlet. Should have worn ESD strap. Oop! What happened? I don't know if I should laugh. Well, nobody got hurt. It seems like right when the guy touches the steel ground, it looks like he's stepping on a landmine. What is going on? See? There is nothing there to burn. I do think there must be static discharge, but what's burning? It might be some flammable gas or something there. It was cotton yarn, so there could also have been fine particles. So maybe a dust explosion? Let's try it. For example, I have some foam here connected to the ground of my magic wand, and if I throw some static discharge to it, it's not gonna set it on fire. So there must be some flammable fumes there. Like this, if I put some lighter fuel in a cup and also shake it to shape some fumes in it, then if we put the ground in there and try to discharge to it, I'm pretty sure it should go on fire. Oh no! Jeez. Kids, don't play with fire and be very worried of static discharge in presence of flammable fumes. Gasp. Evil Mehdi be like, I will use insulated tools to avoid electrocution. Evil Mehdi may live longer than I do. Well, that's it. Thanks to my sponsor Raycon for the earbuds and allowing me to hear your submissions. I mean, look at them. They are barely there. And the new Raycon Everyday Earbuds offer 8 hours of playtime and 32 hours of battery life. So now being stuck in a desert with no food and shelter is much more bearable. It offers an improved rubber oil look and feel and optimized gel tips for a perfect fit and seal. Now my family can talk behind my back all they want without me hearing. And then I take them off. All these and the great premium sound quality starting at half the price of other premium brands. These are great for me listening to music and podcasts and videos while I keep walking around, making stuff or cleaning up, or if I work out. And they have built-in microphones so you can take calls too. Something's playing in the background. And after all this, if you don't like the product, you have 45 days to return it. So go ahead and get them at up to 20% off using my link buyraycon.com/electroboom. Get a pair of premium Raycon everyday earbuds and support my channel in the process. Win, win, win. And thank you for watching. Hi, it's been a while reviewing your Reddit submissions. There is no engine that can run on burning water. There, I said it.
Okay, boomers, if you have questions with quality, post it on our subreddit, no matter your entity. I may or may not check it in the next episode of Latitude.
Okay, let's see. Oh, by the way, thanks to KiwiCo for sponsoring this video. More about them later. Is this real? Found this guy welding with graphite. Let's see. He's taking the graphite out of a battery. A zinc carbon battery. He connects the graphite to a 12-volt battery. Makes sense. Oh, now this was bullshit. Yes, the graphite does get very hot and maybe you can solder with it. It's just making some tiny arcs here and suddenly you have a nice clean welder. Material is added there. You just welded the two pieces with the proper welder and then showed that, hey, I'm... But maybe we can make a makeshift soldering iron out of it. Here is a graphite or carbon rod I pulled out of my carbon zinc AA battery. And I have a spare soldering tip that is begging to turn on hot. And lucky for it, my rod perfectly fits its hole. I set the power supply to 10 amps and connect it to my soldering thingy here, like so. Like so. Now it's heating up. Yeah. Oh, it's just 2 volts at 10 amps, a little bit more than 20 watts. I guess we could go higher. But look, works like a charm as a poor man's soldering iron. 12-year-old Mehdi. Look at me. I posted this on Twitter. For my birthday, I got this electronic kit, which was a 5-transistor FM radio and a bunch of money that now are probably worth less than a cent. At 12 years old, I had no idea how that kit worked. I just enjoyed the fumes of solder and the blinky lights and sound. My God, look at that haircut. Makes me happy I'm bald now. How? What? Rectify, please.
You recorded. Alright, so we got rid of the fan that was in the bathroom, as you can see, and installed this lovely new light. I thought I wired everything exactly the way it was, but it's not functioning the way it did. As you can see, this light still
The wife sounds very happy.
However, this light over here, this switch rather, over here, that used to operate this light, now turns on this light for some reason. And, as an added bonus, I can go back to this light, hit this light, and it gives it more power. You see that? For some reason. Okay, even better. I can turn this off.
Hurry up, I'm losing
Look,
batteries.
hold on, I'm turning this on and off, nothing's happening. I can turn this one on. I can plug this into the plug below this switch. And turn the light on. Via hairdryer. For some reason. But it doesn't turn the hairdryer on. Here's low. Here's high. You see the difference? Look! Low, low, high. Low, high.
Sounds like a good puzzle. How can you screw up your wiring so badly that this happens? Okay, let's see if we can solve this riddle. So this is how the circuit should be. AC line should go to a switch and lamp, which was previously a fan. another switch and lamp, and a power outlet where a hairdryer connects to. Now in the faulty circuit, it seems turning on any switch, even the hairdryer switch, turns only this lamp on. How can we screw this up? I reviewed the video and filled a truth table which looks like this. We don't have all the data, but I assume lamp 1 is also on here and lamp 2 is always off. Basically, only when all switches are off, lamp 1 is off and lamp 2 is always off. Lamp 1 circuit is a logic OR circuit. So how? Answer in 3, 2, 1. So first, lamp 1 must have a much higher resistance compared to lamp 2 and the hairdryer. So they are more like a short circuit compared to lamp 1. So I say lamp 1 is LED, which requires little current to turn on, and lamp 2 is incandescent. Now all we need is to switch one connection only. Disconnect from here and connect that there. Switch 1 still turns lamp 1 on. Switch 2 through the low resistance incandescent lamp 2 also turns lamp 1 on. And the hairdryer switch also does it through the low resistances of the hairdryer. There might be other solutions too. Why am I not getting shocked holding a conductive metal rod in a fly swatter? Well, that's obvious. This is the guts of a fly swatter. And if I short the output, you see, it doesn't shock me because the high voltage is not across my body, but across the metal here. So there is no current running through my body. Never become a part of a high voltage circuit. Cookie boom? Oh my god, my dignity is something I would say if I had some. Ayo! Am I kind of stripping? Oh wow, now that's some stripper. Maybe. If he touches the metal, he gets shocked.
Rob! So we're timing you here. Okay, let's go.
Oh, did they make that thing? Oh, did they make the thing I made a while back? Did they copy me or I copied them? Let's see if I can find that show. Is it this one? Here it is. Seems like they uploaded it like 1 year ago. And my video was... How far back was it? Oh, there it is. These games will shock your kids. Back in October 2019, like 3 years ago. Now we need to find a sweet spot between harmless and lethal.
My idea is to
yes,
use a circuit
this
that
is the one I
creates
made back then. So they copied me. I should go ask them for some royalties. I mean, we mostly make things that aren't for kids. But if you want your family to learn something while having fun building, you better visit my sponsor Kiwico. Kiwico provides these quality hands-on project crates, each one designed to stimulate curiosity and knowledge. Kids end up with results that are actually usable. A device, a toy, or anything in between. My daughter always enjoys putting some of these more complex crates together from the Tinker Crate. Let's pass her a new one. Hey, I have a crate for you. Oh, you're already doing a eureka? Okay, carry on. Every month you'll receive one crate to build with the first month free. Signing up from my link kiwico.com/electroboom. Kids will learn science, art, engineering and more through the process and the additional information provided in the handbooks. You can even get them as a gift for any children you may know. So do it! Wow, that's a real lockbox.
Now I can store all my chocolate in here.
What, you have chocolate?
No.
200K, I'm waiting for clock. What? This is the way. Regular alarm clock, exploding capacitors. You would have to arm your alarm clock every night. Maybe we can make a magazine that auto-reloads the capacitors for the next morning alarm. 200,000 likes on this video and I'll make that. Oh, it reached 200,000 likes? Great! So if this video gets to another 200,000 likes, I'll make this. Okay, I'll make it. Mistakes were made. Oh my god. You melted the entire extension cord? How much current? How much current do you have to pass through that to melt it like that? Something I can try if I modify my microwave oven transformer. 100,000 likes! Well, I mean, those wires cost money, so 200,000 likes. Why does your microwave waste half its power? Featuring Electro Boom. Did you see this Science Asylum's video? Go watch his video. I saw his video after he posted it. Otherwise, I would have told him that his terminology may raise some angry mobs. This is the type of rectifier that is inside a microwave oven. And what it really does is that it shifts the AC voltage as much as the peak voltage value. Now, Science Asylum concluded that because the diode can only pass current in one direction, half the AC cycle is not used, which he said was wasted, but he really meant not used. And simulating this specific circuit, you'll see that the power supply in both positive and negative cycles is in fact sending current and power out to the load. So, sorry Nick, what can I say? Which reminds me, in my previous latitude video I mentioned that the arcs jump the shortest distance, which wasn't very accurate. So I guess I have to rectify that now. What I really meant was that the arcs would jump the shortest distance in a perfectly uniform medium. And air, especially in short distances, is pretty uniform, so the arcs tend to jump the shortest distance. Like this. Pretty straight in short distances, but not very straight in longer distances. In longer distances, air is not very uniform, so the arcs tend to go in these random paths. But in a very non-uniform medium, that the resistance of the medium can be different from area to area, electricity goes the path of least impedance. This is an old one. This must be fake, right? Testing an electrified samurai. We don't actually know what is going to happen. They are not knowing what is going to happen. I'm sure they know what's gonna happen. Nice. Well, I'd seen this video before. This is my buddy Alan Pan, and this is not fake. The box he's standing on has a Tesla coil in it, giving him very high voltage, and he has nipples for some reason. And of course he's wearing a metal shield, and the arcs are jumping to that hoop, which I assume is a ground. So basically no current is running through his body. This is Alan Pan with an LED as his heart. With the Tesla coil on, we can never become a part of a high voltage circuit. You see, the current runs through his heart. Oh no, head is burning. Oh. Pan burned, LED died. I'm putting a resistor parallel to the LED to protect it a bit. Trying again. See? The electricity runs through his heart and it dies. Now I place this wire loop around him to represent the metal suit. And now the Pan Man's heart is ow! And now the Pan Man's heart is protected. Oh, no. Basically, the suit shorts out all the electric fields around the body, and the potential across the body is zero, and so his heart is saved. I think this would be good for a rectifying video.
We have modified this engine to run on water only.
Running on water?
Will it work?
Let me save you the headache. His motor supposedly runs on burning oxygen and hydrogen generated from electrolysis of water, powered by the electricity from a battery that is charged from a dynamo that is turned by the motor. And there is extra electricity to run power tools and such. What is this perpetual garbage piece of shit?
The next time someone tells you that water motors are a fantasy, show them this video.
Shut up. Why I see noise in my camera when I open the cap of this metal box? Ooh. Wow. And I bet doing that, later you'll have some noisy children too. Why are you giving yourself radiation poisoning? What's wrong with people? It's clear there is radioactive material in that lead container. Lead is a metal that can block the radiations. That's why when they want to hide something from Superman, they put it in a lead container. Well, we had enough fun for one day. If you still like these latitude videos, then, well, slap like now and continue posting your interesting stuff to my subreddit, and I'll hopefully check them in the future. Have fun! Hi, and welcome to another episode of Last Time I Told You, where in fact you tell me about your deepest electronic desires and questions. So let's just jump into it.
Okay, boomers, if you have questions questions with quality. Post it on our subreddit, no matter your entity. I may or may not check it in the next episode of Latitude.
Memes. Memes everywhere. I'm sure they are good memes. Let's see. That's why I got into electronics. Rectify cooking prison pasta with a Stinger electric heater.
Hey everybody, Larry Lawton here.
I've seen this guy before. Basically, he uses two metal plates, connects live and neutral to them, and isolates them like you see here. He plugs it in and puts it in the water. Because the electric current runs between the plates through the water heats up and boils and he can cook food with it. Now that's quite a terrible idea. Not only you can get shocked with your Stinger thingy and you have to be very careful with it because it's completely exposed live and neutral wires, it breaks your food chemistry. Haven't you seen me putting live wires in salt water? See, we can make this, plug it in and put it. This is dangerous as I don't know why it's even suggested. Anyway, if you put this in regular tap water, there is barely any bubbling, very little mineral in the water, so the conductivity is low and the current is very low, so it won't get hot at all. Now if we add salt to the water, as you normally do in food, and there are other things mixed as well, the water is much more conductive and it starts bubbling right away. It is even vaporizing. But can you really cook food with this thing? Oh, my breaker popped down here. Look at the water. It's all cloudy with tons of solid floating particles in there now. Can you see what's going on in there? Yeah, the water gets hot, but electricity breaks the chemistry in your water. It releases poisonous chlorine gas and all sort of changes. The food may end up being a completely different chemistry. Do you really want to eat it? Don't run electric current that can change chemistry through your food. Now, it might be fine for people in prison. I guess they don't regard much about their own life anyway. They just want to eat something. Don't they provide food in prisons? I don't know, maybe this device has its application in Chinese or Iranian prisons. But for the love of God, don't cook food like this. On the bright side, you can free your internet from prison using my sponsor ExpressVPN. Because controlling and limiting internet is one of the most BS things a government can do to keep people in the dark. You probably know by now that ExpressVPN adds to your network security, hides your location and unblocks your internet access, among other things. And those are why I use it. So what are you waiting for? Go to expressvpn.com/electroboom and find out how you can get 3 months free and be free and secure. My brother and me listening to our parents fight when the word divorce drops. Mehdi, stop the free energy BS. I don't think I'll ever be able to stop it. 100% working free energy device. I mean, he gets tons of subscribers and he gets tons of views. Why would he ever stop posting videos? Could you really generate electricity by shining light on diodes, LEDs? Oh yeah, I've seen this video before. It's Steve Molds. Yes, you can generate voltage shining lights on silicon components. That's why typically all silicon components like diodes, transistors, or chips of any sort are in this very dark and dense black material. If light gets to the silicon directly, it will generate these random voltages here and there and will mess the performance. Let me show you a simple example. Here is a regular green LED I'm measuring with my meter, and you can see there is like around 100 millivolts across it in light, and when I block it, the voltage drops and then goes back up again. So it generates voltage. Of course, these LEDs are designed to generate light and they can't convert light energy to electricity very efficiently. So it's a very small level of energy. What am I looking at here? Which country is it? Why is there like 20 lines going this way and 20 lines going perpendicular to that? Who thought they wouldn't touch?
I'm getting the best video, guys.
The guy is speaking English, so it's not like in Russia or something. Hey look, there's a subway there in the corner. Is it in US or Canada? You would think it would be quite obvious that wind will blow them together. Somebody's gonna get fired real hard. That's my Russell Peters imitation. Emergency meme? Maybe when someone makes a free energy video. Emergency meeting! Nah, I don't care anymore. At this point, if you still don't understand, there is no free energy device. I don't think I can stop you anymore. Unless it's a very clever, complicated contraption they make that nobody can guess how it's made. Or maybe it looks like a new technology or something. Otherwise, don't bother. Electroboom question, did he die?
Aqui a perlona.
Aqui do lado, Pederneiras. Aqui, por exemplo, tem... Ai, ai!
What happened?
Ajuda aqui! Voltamos em seguida com o esporte.
I like the anchor. Oh well, whatever. I'm pretty sure he's not dead because he let go right away. He's just shocked to hell. Unless you have a heart condition or something, usually when you let go of electricity, you return back to normal. Hence why I'm still alive. Made specifically for Mehdi. Key to the spiritual world. Use it and you'll be able to talk to your deceased relatives and friends. Well, obviously, I'll